Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for joining me. Why don't you just take a minute, tell everybody who you are, introduce your business, and whatever else you want to share about yourself.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Chandra. I'm an organizational and productivity coach for mamas, and I'm a mama myself. I have a 2.5-year-old, a wild little monkey. So yes, I love working with moms, and I love helping them and supporting them. And I think with all of the noise and the overwhelm, I felt that there was something that I could really give back. So my mission was really just similar to what you do, is being there for the mom and making sure that their voice doesn't get lost in everything that's going on. So even, pre-COVID, I think a lot of everyone places so much emphasis on the bump and on the baby and not as much on the mom. Pushed back with the overwhelming information and the information overload and hearing all the advice from everyone else. So my mission is to really hone in on what the mom needs and what her support is, way before our little, nugget arrives, before the baby girl twins arrive. Yeah. And it's so important because what I do goes beyond the whole registry and the hospital pack list and all the to-do items that you can check off a list. Mine really goes into really honing in on the individual, the amazing woman that she is, and to make sure that she's confident, she feels empowered to have the baby and not just worrying about, did I get the right nursery colors? Did I get, and that's what you do as well, and which is why this is going to be such a great conversation, because we want to make sure that they have that positive birth experience way before they get into the delivery room.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. And do me a favor and paint that picture for people that are listening or watching, and especially people that watch the replay, right? So when you say that you really help expecting parents to develop that confidence and to get ready to walk into the delivery room without that to-do list, looming in the back of their mind. What does that really look like as you've worked with your clients? What have you helped them do, and how do you help them prepare?
Absolutely. So I work with the mom. So it usually starts right around 15 to 18 weeks. Ideally, I like to work with the mom, and I work with them during the entire time, all the way up until they have the baby and they're ready to go back to work. And we really work at the very, very first thing I do is I look at their schedules, and we identify having a routine, and we really look at what they're doing at home, how to make themselves more productive, and just having that confident mindset. Because you could say, okay, I have 3 blankets. Do I need all 3 blankets? Maybe poll the Facebook group, maybe ask moms. So it's really just working on their mindset and their confidence levels, and just talking to them over time before we even touch on the to-do list. So I really work on routine. I really work on them finding that support system. I really work on before we even get on the task list. And that we work with that over time, over the course of, couple weeks. It becomes a part of your everyday routine, and it makes it so much easier when you bring the baby home, that you're like, okay, well, Chandra worked with me through routines, and we worked on a support system. So then okay, now I can do that, take everything that I've learned and implement it with my baby, so that they realize, okay, when is a good time to introduce daytime and nighttime, and how do I make it easier, such as meal planning, which is another big thing to touch on, so that they're not all over the place. And then by the time it's noon, they're like, oh, I didn't even get a chance to drink water. And it's water, and you're pumping and you're nursing. So we work on all of those things, and we have live coaching. We go through one-on-one. I hone in, I really school it. I'm like, all right, this is what we worked on last time. This is your homework. Now let's focus. Did you get X, Y, and Z done? So by the time at that, say, 25, 30 weeks, the registry is done, and now we're slowly starting to get the hospital bag ready, so that they're not waiting until 34, 35, 36 weeks to work on the hospital bag, because
Yeah.
babies are on their own routine. They can come whenever they want. They can come at 38 weeks. They can come at 28 weeks. So we really try to do it in advance, so you're not stressing about all of that last minute.
Yeah, so what do you say to people who actually don't feel like as productive and don't really feel like the to really get on a routine? I've noticed that a lot of my clients, especially those who are working moms, and then we're all experiencing the pandemic, like some people just feel like a loss of energy and a loss of like productivity and just really need to lean into rest. So how can people balance those two things?
I think it's definitely the biggest thing is that moms do need that rest, and moms really do.
Yeah.
And I think they get overwhelmed because they're so focused on that to-do list.
Yeah.
So the reason I do this is that they have that one voice. They have the one voice to really speak to them. And somebody such a doula or having somebody to plan your wedding, you need to build that trust factor. And that's what I do with my clients. And I'm like, listen, you're hiring me as your coach, but I'm also your support, your biggest support. And I will make sure that, the energy that I can't do, that's really, every pregnancy is different. For me, it was so hard to even eat anything for the first 21 weeks. And then all of a sudden I could. And they're like, oh, you have gestational diabetes. You can't eat anything. So, and then other moms, they have hyperemesis and they can't even get out of the bathroom. And they're just like, how am I going to get anything done? How am I going to try to figure out everything? So I think that taking those things off the plate and just saying, here is what you have to do. Let's go through the registry. I think it really helps them because they're struggling to just take care of themselves and their baby. So it also takes that weight off the shoulders, which doesn't seem a lot, but as women, we have so many things up here that we forget to listen to what's going on in here and what your body is telling you to do.
Yeah.
And it gets jumbled. All of the emotions, all of the mindset, everything gets jumbled because you're just like, I have to. Instead of saying, no, you have to relax. And you have to take it easy. And that's what I'm constantly doing because moms are like, I'm so exhausted. I'm like, all right, let's jump on a call. And like, what's really, really bothering you? Like, let's go through. And once they speak to me, one of my clients, she was so overwhelmed because when she was pregnant, it was right as soon as everything was happening in March and April. And she was so many different voices, and she was like, I was told I might not even get a hospital bed. I was told like so many different things. And I'm like, okay, let's hone in. I said, why did you call the hospital? So it's just like really, it's like, okay, you're right. You could actually see her body going from being so tense to actually being like, okay, you're right. I got this. So I think is something that you really have to just check in with them and just make sure. The biggest thing is that they check in with you. Like if they're not feeling okay, if they're struggling mentally and physically, I really, really encourage them and empower them to let me know so I know how to be there for them and how I can support them. Because this journey is so different from mom to mom. It's very, very different.
No, so true. Okay, so let's talk about virtual baby showers. So I know that you helped like one of your clients plan a virtual baby shower, and there are rumors of like a second shutdown and people are not really comfortable still like getting together in larger crowds due to COVID-19. So virtual baby showers may hang around for a few more months. So what are your best tips for where expecting moms can begin with putting things into place to plan a virtual baby shower to celebrate their new life coming into their family?
So this one was really, so we had everything planned for this mama to be, like everything planned. She had the venue booked and everything. And then last minute, they were trying to push it because it was right as we were trying to figure out what was going on. And they were like, maybe we should postpone it. I said, you can postpone it, but we have no idea what's going to happen. So I worked with her mom and we had all of the guests. And what we ended up doing is we actually sent them an invite. So virtual baby showers are super easy. And for a lot of moms that are more introverted, it might be easier because they're still doing so many. They don't have to have that overwhelm of everyone coming up to them, especially now more than ever.
Right.
So it's more intimate, it's more one-on-one. So the first thing we did is we sent everybody a paperless post invitation.
Okay.
They loved it. They were like, this is awesome. This is such a great idea. And we did it as on her actual day. So it was a surprise baby shower on the day that her actual baby shower should have been. So paperless post. And then we did everything on Zoom. Hi, Jasmine. So we did everything on Zoom where everyone just joined in and they were able to talk to the mom, and we kept it very, very simple. They got to ask how was she feeling, and we had to, of course, it was tricky because you have to mute everybody because everyone's trying to talk at once. But I was able to see everyone and feel the same love and support. And because everyone was able to send all the gifts in advance, they didn't have to worry about like doing all of that. She wrote the thank you cards as the gifts were coming in.
Nice.
Played a few games. We even put a quick banner together so that they could see that it was a baby shower for her. And then we did some games. It was super simple, cost effective, but the mother still felt as though she was being celebrated in a different way. But she still felt the love and the support, because they also, the best thing was they were able to see the nursery. So she actually was able to walk around, give a quick tour of the nursery, which she wouldn't have to do if we had the original spot. So
that's fantastic. Yeah, I love that.
It's super, super simple. And they loved it. And everyone, it was so great. I was able to jump in onto the call, say congratulations to both the mom-to-be and the dad-to-be, and then, say thank you, congratulations. We played a few games. We did one of those, it's like, who would rather, like, mom change more diapers in the middle of the night, mom or dad? So it was sweet. It was simple. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Everyone got a chance to talk. So it was good. It worked out.
Nice. Okay, so then let's talk about that. You said everybody sent gifts in advance, and I know that gift registries are something that you specialize in. So for first-time moms, I know as a first-time mom, people wanted me to create a gift registry, and I was like, I've never had a baby before. I don't know what goes on the gift registry, diapers and wipes and formula. Like, I don't know what to put here. So for first-time moms, do you have like any suggestions of a few items that they can put on their gift registry if they're just kind of like, I don't even know like where to start or what to do?
So when I work one-on-one with moms, I really get to know the mom, who she is as a person, because it's going to depend on their sleep situation and if they want to co-sleep or whatever it is. So it's very, very customized, but there are some things that I recommend all moms get. The first thing is a Frida baby gift set. So Frida baby gift set, it's a small little gift set. I think it's probably out of stock right now, but the second it's in stock, definitely put it on the registry.
Oh no.
It comes in a small gift bag. It's $50. And it is one of the best things we've used. And I actually have two of the things. One of the things on there is a nail cutter. And it has a little hole in there so you can actually see the little one's fingers. And of course, it's tricky to try to cut a 2.5-year-old's nails.
Yeah.
When they're little and not really mobile, it's perfect. It also comes with one of these things. I don't know if you've seen them. But if you worked in a hospital, or you know about like those bulbs that pulls out the snot, this is basically the new and improved one. And you do the same thing. There's a filter right there, so if anyone's freaking out, you're not going to be inhaling or sucking in any snot, but you can see everything that comes in. And this we use because my daughter was born in January, and this has been heaven. So this plus like so it comes with this. But another thing that I absolutely love, I don't have with me, is it's for moms after the hospital delivery. It is the best thing. So just that pack alone, having like those little things, it also has like a thing for the tummy. That was one of the best things I recommend.
Wow. Are people getting this on Amazon? You said that it's sold out. Is it on Amazon?
I think it's sold out on Bye Bye Baby. I'm sure it's going to be back on, but Bye Bye Baby and Amazon are my two favorite places to do the registry, because you have one that has that storefront, and then Amazon, everyone has an Amazon account. It's super, super easy.
Right.
So the second thing I love is I'm a big believer of not getting too much stuff, just because I try to less is more. But if you're sanitizing, say, bottles and all that stuff right before, which you definitely should do, if you buy a huge sanitizing machine, the one thing I recommend are sanitizing bags. And I actually have them because I share them with
cool.
This is it. Like, this is how small they are. And each bag, actually, you can sanitize up to 20 times. So it comes with, so this is actually 5 bags, and you can get 20 uses out of them.
Wow, that's incredible.
Brown, we used them, and you basically put in like 2 or 3 ounces of water. I'm going to take one out so you can see.
Okay.
So
those are really cool.
And we have the little, how many times we use it. So put like 3 ounces of water, and then there's little slits in there, and you put it right into the microwave. And then that's it. That's super, super simple. And different glass bottles or plastic? We used plastic. But it was like BPA free. And of course, with the glass bottles, I'm sure you can use, I don't know if you can, but you can just put those in like a pot of boiling water. But I didn't want to get a full sanitizing kit that took up so much time and room on the thing, because it's for such a short period of time. What are we going to do about it after, the first few months? So those and baby bottles
already take up so much counter space. So
we have like the coffee machine here, and we have like our thing here and here. So those are and the other thing I definitely recommend is, I know that moms would love to add like the sleep and play, like the long sleeve sleep and plays. If you can get the ones that have the mittens, they look like little cuffs that fold over. Then you don't have to use this one as much. That I absolutely love, because mittens, they fall off. They're little hands, and they fall off, and they're like socks in the washing machine that you have no idea where they end up. Those are like 3 of the things that are definitely great to add to the registry. And then, of course, everything is detailed out when I work with Mom 101. They have sections. So there's like a section for bath, there's a section for clothing, there's a section for moms that they would need. So like things for the hospital, things for postpartum, things like that. So those are my top 3 recommendations to add for the registry.
Yeah, and if you guys get those mittens like from someone else, like on your gift registry, or if they're given to you from someone else, I know something that helped me out a lot was actually using safety pins and like safety pinning the mittens together once I took them off my baby, and throwing them in the washer and dryer, safety pin together, and then taking them off when I use them. Sometimes that does help too with like keeping up with them, because sometimes you will get things from people and like you do want to keep it and use it. So that's also another trick if you do get individual mittens, which are so small and so cute, like the little baby socks.
I get the little bit. We got another one, is a bonus one, is mesh bags, like the laundry mesh bags.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
Came in probably like a pack of 8, and they're color coded, and they're different sizes. So we would do all like the socks and mittens in one bag. We would do like her onesies in another bag, and we all use the same detergent. So it just made it easier to do laundry and just throw everything in there with the laundry bag.
Yeah, my dad is saying, can she help me find my lost socks in the wash? Yeah, Dad, you got to buy a mesh bag.
His lost socks are probably hanging out with my lost socks. So it's fun.
Hey, Ashley, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you being here. Okay, so for everybody that missed the intro, we have a fabulous organizational and productivity coach who we're talking to today. She helps expecting moms from about 18 to 20 weeks all the way through postpartum, all the way through having the baby, just with organizing, getting on like routines, helping to eliminate like mom guilt and some of the overwhelm that we're all experiencing, right, as we transition from transition from adulthood into parenthood and everything else that we're juggling with the pandemic and, working. And so that's what we're talking about today. We have covered virtual showers. We've covered a few key things to have on your registry. We've covered a few pro tips and mom hacks. Chandra, was there anything else that like you wanted to share or wanted people to know about you or your services or any tips?
Yeah, if you are a mama to be or a mom, I would love to have you in my community. I have a ton of freebies there. I have guest speakers in there. We've had a pediatrician. We've had somebody that helped with meal planning. We've even had a dog trainer, which is super, super helpful, especially if you're bringing a little one home for the first time and you already have a furry family member, which was our case. She was heaven sent. So all of the good. We have a great, great community. Ashley is my badass coach, who is also a mama. That's why she's giving me a shout.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Awesome. And she is a toddler mom, just like me as well. Our kids are probably destined to end up together. Come join the mama community. I would love to have you. Tons of freebies, tons of vital information, and it's a great little cozy community of moms doing amazing things. So that's where you can find me hanging out during the day and at night.
Okay, awesome. And then in order to get access to the Facebook community, people can come to your profile and click on the link in your profile. Is that correct? Yep. That's how they join? Okay. Yep. Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I think we covered like all of the major things that I wanted to cover. If you guys do have any questions or think of anything else, please definitely hashtag replay in the comments, ask your question. You can also DM if you feel like it's something that you want to ask anonymous. Totally understand that. The DMs are welcome and open to anybody any time of the day or night as questions come up. I wanted to thank you so much for joining us and lending us your time and expertise. It was so much fun to talk about gift registries and about the virtual showers and just what we can do in order to support expecting moms throughout this transition and still celebrate them and still have a great time. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing. I'm glad we got a chance to connect.
One of those C words. Yeah, I'm so happy that we got a chance to collaborate and connect too.
I know. Well, thank you. Communicate and connect. I think I was trying
there we go. No, I appreciate everybody and thank you all for communicating and connecting with us and staying all the way to the end of the live. We will see you guys really soon and thank you again so much for joining. Bye-bye.